Hi everybody, welcome to Downward Dog Rising. My name's Tracy and I'm here to give you a Pilates yoga workout. So join me and let's begin. If you could come on to all fours. In Pilates, this is quadruped. In yoga, we're just doing a little table. I want you to just press your hands into your mat, and then I want you to take a deep exhale and pull abdominal wall into spine, chin down, tailbone down. Now inhale, stretch opposition, lengthen, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Scoop abdominal wall into your back. Inhale, stretch spine long, exhale. One more. Inhale. Now we're going to find our neutral. Front ribs meet back ribs. Low back is elongated. Turn, and you're going to bring your left shoulder and your left hip closer together. Feel the stretch through the right side of your ribs. Breathe into both sides of your rib cage. Stretch those intercostals out. Inhale, exhale. Two more. Breathing in. And exhale. One more. Breathing in. Exhale. Return center. Head away from tailbone. Other side. Right shoulder comes closer to right hip. Inhale. And then exhale. Two more. Feel left side of waistline. Ribs pull apart. Breathing in. Exhale. One more time. Breathing in. And then exhale. Return to the center. All right, what I want you to do here, take one leg straight up, and then I'm going to have you engage your glute, and you're going to lift up and then lower down. Lift up, lower down. Exhale, tighten your glute. 6, 5, keep pelvis stabilized. 4, 3, little footprint on the sky. 3, 2, come in, switch sides, straight line across your hip bones. Lift the other leg up without unleveling pelvis. Now just feel your gluteal kick on. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3 more, 2. All right. Now we're going to take our knees up in the air. Press your palms away. Hold it here. Breathe. Tighten your core to your spine. Hold it here. Okay, we're going to slowly extend our knees. Press back into a little downward dog. I want you to walk it out a little bit. Go nice and slow and easy. 4 and 3. And 2. Awesome. Okay, take a step forward with your right foot in between the hands. Turn the back foot, slight little turn out. Root down, tighten your core in. Now I want you to lift up into a lunge. And then we're going to come all the way forward. Step into plank. Then I want you to do Chaturanga Dandasana, upward dog. Inhale. Open shoulders, chest. Exhale back into your downward dog. Now we're going to take our left foot in between our hands. Take a step, left foot forward. Right foot turns out. Reach, push your energy down into your mat. You're going to fold your front knee in. Lift up. Good. And a warrior one. Inhale. Now we're going to take it all the way down again. Step back into your plank. Go back into Chaturanga Dandasana. Coming down, now lifting up. Breathing in, exhale. Come all the way back. Go into three-legged dog. Right leg up in the air. Keep your hips squared. Right leg is up in the air. Now we're going to take our right knee and we're going to start to bend it. And we're going to place our right knee by our right thumb. Left foot is going towards left edge, front edge of mat. And just hold right here for a moment. We're in our swan. Your back leg is extended out straight. The back kneecap faces straight down to your mat. And just lift, open your shoulders and your chest. lengthen your spine. And then take it a little deeper. Come forward. Maybe rest on your forearms. And then if you feel like you have the flexibility, you want to take it a little deeper, go for it. Fold your elbows and just relax your forehead on the back of your hands. Relax your forehead on the mat even. Inhale and exhale. Any tightness, just witness it, acknowledge it. Breathe into it and let it go. Just unwind your body. Any tension or tightness, unwind it and let it go with your exhalations. Feel that right gluteal, right hip release, lateral side. And you're getting into the hip flexor, quadricep of this front and this leg back here. Quad and psoas. Let's take another deep inhale here. And slowly I'm going to have you lift up. Awesome. Now from here, let's do a little variation. Let me see. I actually have a yoga strap now. Stay where you are. I see it. I'm going to grab it. I need it for this one. I ran today. My hips are tight. My quads are tight. And so are my hamstrings. All right. So, let me grab this strap. All right, I'm going to go where I just was with you. We're still in the swan. All right. Hips are forward. If you're on your forearms or your forehead, take your last deep inhale. Slowly, you're going to prop yourself up. If you have a belt laying around the house, if you have a yoga strap, we're going to use that right now. We're going to go around our back foot. We're going to loop it. Woo! Without getting a hamstring cramp. Alrighty. Now, I want you to aim your two hip bones straight in front of you. Wow, am I ready for this? Let's see. Whoa. Going into like a little deeper stretch, like a mermaid. Ekapata Kapotasana. Stay here and breathe. Lengthening. We're getting a deeper stretch now in that quad, the back leg. It's pretty intense. Inhale, stretch upwards through your spine. And just feel that release. Breathing in, breathing out. So important to stretch after you do like your cardio, so you just don't keep winding up tight muscles, tighter and tighter and tighter. Breathing in and breathing out. Wow. Breathing in and breathing out. Let's take one more inhalation here. And gently exhale. Release. All right. I'm going to take the strap off the foot. Now, bring your back leg forward. And then I'm going to have you plant it down on the mat, lifting your knee up towards the ceiling. Now, I just leaned everything onto one hip. So right now, I'm like dropping the other half of my pelvis into the mat. And let's see, my foot is down. Trying to get those hips to release. I'm going to sink into the bottom of my pelvis, and then I'm going to stretch up, 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 up. I'm going to gently bring my hand against my front knee. Inhale, I'm going to lengthen to the top of my head and just slowly bring that arm down. And just stay here and breathe for a moment. We're going to do a little spinal twist, seated. Just continue to lift and lengthen, rise up through the spine. And you're trying to keep equal balance across your pelvis and this bones you're sitting on. Breathing in. Really breathe into the sides of your ribs, the back of your ribs. You can even breathe into your belly if that's comfortable to you. Good. One more deep inhale. And exhale. Awesome. So we're going to uncross. We're going to take this front leg, swing it back again. We're going to lift up through our pelvis, go straight into a plank, drop your pelvis down, go into downward dog, stretch, really lengthen your breastbone forward and through. If your heels aren't touching the mat, it's okay. Do what you can, what feels right for your body. Keep lengthening breastbone forward and through. I want you to take your left leg up, keep your hips squared. Really stretch that leg long. Now we're going to fold the left knee in, walk it through so that your left knee approaches your left thumb as the right foot is going towards right edge of mat. Take your straight leg behind, your back leg straightens into the mat. To straighten out pelvis, you might have to lift hips up, reset. So essentially, your back knee faces down on the mat. We're taking our hip bones, we're pulling them forward. If you have a tighter side, like you'll feel your hips start to twist or your ribs start twisting to a tighter side. So if that happens, try to readjust, try to get your hips straight, lengthen up through your spine, and just get that elongation. We're going to take it forward in a second. Just breathing in. Exhaling. Breathing in. And exhale. One more time. Then we're going to fold our arms. Walk down to the mat. You can either be here on your forearms, shoulders away from ears. Keep the length in your spine. See how this feels for your body. And if you want to go a little deeper into the stretch, go ahead and fold your elbows. I'm going to grab my block. I can feel the stretch go all the way into my foot right now. And it's like getting a cramp. So I'm just going to bring this block under my forehead. And I'm just going to stay here for a moment and breathe. You can have your forearms under you. You can have your forearms stacked, hands stacked under your forehead, or forehead on the mat. Or a yoga block under your forehead like I'm doing. Breathing in and breathing out. Yep, I can feel left hip and glute are tighter. And interestingly enough, I can feel my right quad and hip flexor are tighter. And sometimes that happens. It doesn't all have to be the same muscles tight on the same side. Breathing in. And just let it go. Let that tension out of your muscles. Whatever's trapped in there, free it. Let it go. I'm going to go a little deeper. I think I can. Just ease into it without forcing your body. Take it to your limit without actually forcing anything. Wow, I can really feel the tension easing out of my glute and hip. Maybe you feel tension somewhere else in your quad, your hip, your glute. Maybe you feel it in the same place. You'll feel it wherever you're the tightest. Just go inward. Let's take another inhale here. And slowly, we're going to make our way back up. Okay, if you have a belt or a strap, yoga strap, you might want to grab it. And we're going to start to bend our back leg. Okay, this is the knee that I've injured numerous times. Tearing the meniscus. Let's see. Woo, it just popped. I don't want to force it for sure on this side. Let's see. What do I have? What do I have to give on this side? Okay. So I'm rotating back around to the front. Woo! And I'm just going to sit here and breathe for a second into Kapotasana. Ooh, my ribs are even rotating. Okay. So you want your spine lengthening. If you feel your body rotating sideways, try to realign hips, pelvis. Aim your shoulders, your hip bones straight in front of you. Keeping your alignment. Breathing in and breathing out. Again, we're not forcing, we're working with where we're at. Wherever you're at, work with it. Breathing in and breathing out. Keeping the length in your spine. I went and did laundry after I ran. I don't think I drank enough. I need to get some more fluid in me. I can tell by the way my muscles are responding right now. Breathing in and breathing out. Let's do one more deep inhale now. And exhale. Slowly, we're going to bring those arms down. Release your strap from your foot. And then let's take our back leg. Let's bring it forward. And then we're going to plant the bottom of our foot on our mat in front of us. And right now, half my pelvis is lifted off the mat. So I'm trying to find a good spot where my hips will allow me to sit like this and distribute the weight through each half of my pelvis, so I'm not totally torquing out my pelvis or twisting my hips. So right there, I got my right glute down on the mat. I got my sits bone down. And I have the bottom of my right foot is planted. My right knee's to the sky. And right there, right hip is down. Now, what I want you to do, you want to feel like you can just lengthen up through the spine, and then whatever knee's in front, if your right knee's bent in front, you're going to elongate the spine first. You're going to plant your elbow down against that knee, and then we're going to rise up, lengthening up. Exhale, we're going to bring that other hand down slightly behind us. Shoulder, elbow, wrist is in alignment. Sink down into your pelvis. rooting down as you're sitting there on the mat, and then elongate, rise up through the spine to the top of your head. And let's breathe here for a moment. Feel how like there's the collarbones start to open, and then this right shoulder collarbone open even more. Breathing in, and then exhale. You could breathe into your belly. You could breathe into the sides and back of your rib cage, whatever feels good to you. My ribs, my intercostals are tight, so I like breathing into sides and back of ribs to stretch those out. Feel that lateral expansion as you bring the air down deeply into the lower lobes of your lungs. Any tightness, breathe into that spot that you feel is super tight. Maybe it's not super tight. If we get stressed out, it causes us to breathe shallow. And then what happens is all our accessory muscles get tight, like our neck, our shoulders, our scalene, sides of neck. Everything just tightens up. Where if we relax our breath, go deeper, use the true respiratory muscle, the diaphragm, that will help loosen everything up. All right, one more deep inhale here. And slowly, we're going to untwist the spine, come back around. Now this leg that's crossed, the right leg, we're going to bring it back behind us again. And then we're going to push up into our plank. Go into downward dog. I want you to do 4 heel lifts. 3. Stretch those calves, those Achilles tendons right above the ankles. And 2. Good, I'm going to do a little extra, 1 more. Gently lower the heels down. Now, I want you to come into Chaturanga, come into a plank. Then we're going to go into Chaturanga Dandasana. And then you're just going to pull those elbows in, reach forward through and up. Inhale, open your shoulders and your chest. Exhale, back into your downward dog. Let's bring our right foot between the 2 hands. Step it forward. Step that left foot sideways, a little bit back leg. Now we're going to take our left arm, cartwheel it all the way back. I'm going to slide into view. Let's see, where is the view? I'm sliding back. Okay, so you're in Warrior 1, and then Warrior 2 actually. Virabhadrasana 2. We want this knee joint. Okay, you got the center of the knee over your second toe. You want that knee to stay in line, that lateral line, so you don't let the knee track inward and hurt your knee. And then you're going to stare straight out, shoulder, elbow, wrist, middle finger. Stare straight down that line, holding here for a moment. Breathing in and breathing out. Awesome. Now what I want you to do, turn to the front, and then we're going to keep right foot turned out. Then the left foot's going to turn out. This is stuck on my foot. Both feet are going to be slightly turned out. And I'm going to take you into a little goddess pose. And I might not go any further than this. I'm going to still baby my knee. If I go too far on my range, then I end up hurting myself again. So I don't want to do that. Now, your tailbone points down, chest is open. We're just holding our little goddess pose. In Kung Fu, we would call this horse stance. And just stay here and breathe for a moment. Strengthen your legs. Feel rooted down. Grounding. Really feeling grounded. All right. Gently, we're going to take our hands down. We're going to bring our feet, rotate big toes in just a little baby bit. I want you to place your hands on your hips. And then we're going to do a wide-legged forward fold. I'm going to have you hinge from the hips here. Move from the hip sockets. And then just slowly, maybe reach to the knees. Maybe reach to the ankles. Maybe have hands come to the mat. Just want you to take a few breaths here. Might do a little variation. Think of from your belly button and your breastbone. Come over to one thigh. Stretch. Might do a stretch like this in Kung Fu. Now slowly come back to the center. Inhale, exhale, forward fold. If you want, you could grab behind the ankles, go a little deeper. Inhale, exhale. And slowly, breastbone from the navel, stretch over to the other leg for a little variation. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Gently come right back to the center. Okay, now from here, take your hands to your hips. Flat back, flat back, flat back. Rise up. There we go. Now what I want you to do, turn. I'm going to have you slowly cartwheel. You're going to have your right foot face forward. We're going to pivot onto the ball of our foot as we come into a lunge. Now from this lunge, I'm going to have you place your weight through the front leg and then shift forward, and we're just going to hold for a moment, doing a little Virabhadrasana 3, Warrior 3. Reach through your heel. Your hips are squared, face straight ahead. Breathing in and breathing out. Awesome. Breathing in, those hips are squared, and breathing out. One more time, breathing in, reach that heel away, and breathing out, straighten that bottom leg if you can. Now think of little suction cups on your fingertips. We're going to place our right hand onto the mat. Now I want you to rotate your hip. Your top hip starts to rotate out, and then we're going to reach to the sky for Arda Chandrasana. Woo! I'm off center. Lost my balance. Rotate, face forward. Open shoulders, chest. Straighten that bottom leg. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. One more. Holding that Arda Chandrasana. Reach that heel away. Awesome. Now from here, I want you to rotate back into Warrior 3. And then slowly, I want you to bend your knee, bring your feet side by side. And then I'm just going to have you take elbow to elbow. Remember, we're not going to bend from our spine. Hip hinge here, and it's a whole body sway. Like my body, my legs are swaying, so I'm not swaying like from my back. Inhale, exhale. Just do a couple side to side. Relax head, neck, shoulder. Come into the center. Gently bring hands to mat in front of you. Slowly want you to look forward. Inhale. Now we're going to step back. Exhale, back into plank. Now go into Chaturanga Dandasana. Forward through. Deep inhale. Exhale back into downward dog. And stay here. Really stretch your breastbone forward and through. Feel the energy travel from the center up the spine, from the center down the spine, through the legs, into the feet, into the earth. We're going to do another set of heel lifts. 4 and 3. 2 more. Slowly bring your heels back down. Okay, now I want you to step forward and through. We're going to go into Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Left foot in between the hands, right foot turns out. And now you're going to cartwheel the right arm. Left arm goes straight. Now I'm going to turn around, I think. Left foot's in front still. And what I was mentioning earlier, we don't want our knee caving in. We got to keep our joints aligned, like our hip joint, our knee joint, our ankle joint. So everything is firm in alignment. This back leg is a little bit turned out. The foot turns out a little bit. And then going down a little bit lower, hips are squared. And then you just bring that arm back. If I'm out of view, maybe I'll walk this way a little bit so I can come back into your view. So again, you're going to be aligning your hip joint, your shoulder. You're going to look from the shoulder to the elbow, to the wrist, to that middle finger, and this other arm just stretches out. And then just feel width across shoulders, chest. Stay here and breathe for a moment. Lengthening your spine. Feel how your feet are firmly planted into the ground, into your mat. Really grounding you, grounding your energy. One more deep inhale, one more deep exhale. Now I want you to slowly start to turn to the front. And again, we're going to turn our toes out a little bit. And then we're just going to take our arms, opening up. Your back is straight, horse stance or goddess pose. And then from here, I'm going to have you take hands behind head. Keep chest open. Inhale as you lengthen. And then we're going to go to the side. Exhale. Head away from tail.